walk through the valley of the shadow of hell, you will realize that there is something ahead. Something that lurks behind the dark veil. A veil that is beyond our own comprehension. Beyond the void.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void
Horror Podcast.
Today we have a special episode for you, like every episode, but this one's a little extra special because it's Monday, and we have one of my good friends here, Britni Bloodshed, with us. Say hi.
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 Hey.
Welcome.
Behind the scenes, Britni and I have gotten massively drunk at many clubs and parties, and probably a lot of stories that I've forgotten about, too.
Yeah.
A couple unplanned pregnancies, but
Yeah.
everything's okay now.
But we actually, the reason why she's coming on is because we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and for whatever reason, a little light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, oh my god, why didn't I fucking ask Britni to come on?
Yeah.
And we did it anyway, but she's here now, so at least it inspired that, so
I
welcome.
feel like the little light bulb was probably because I have like a whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Right.
tattoo.
Well, she is a TCM freak,
Yes.
but she likes other stuff too. She's not...
Sort of.
You
Just
like
kidding.
Jason.
I do. I have him tattooed on me too.
Yeah. So
What was your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
The original.
Yeah.
Hands down. Best horror film ever made. I don't care what anybody says. I'll fight anybody for it.
You know, we have a rekindling of some passion for that now because it's been a while for both of us, like years. Mm-hmm. And when we watched it, we were like, man, this is so raw and like actually really good. Like,
Yeah, it's funny you say that because Mouse and I did the same thing.
Really?
Like, he was like, I saw it a long time ago, and I know you really love this movie. And I'm like, I watch this movie like 5 times a year. Like... And that's like on a smaller scale of how many times I watch this movie. Like
you have it on
I
your
love
phone.
it. I do basically. Like I have any tie to it, I can sit there and watch it. If it comes on TV, I'm gonna watch it. Like it's just, I love it that much. And it sounds kind of ridiculous.
So
but
what are
I
your
don't care.
favorites in this franchise then? I mean, obviously the first one, but do you like other ones?
I don't necessarily have an issue with the others in the franchise. I appreciate like what they tried to do.
Right.
And try and take it and make it more a little modern kind of, and with the more modern practical effects that they have now, it kind of allows for a lot more.
Sure.
Right.
And so
They did so much with so little back then.
agreed.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the issue that I run into when I watch them, because the effects back then I feel were better.
Right.
And they evoked more emotion from people than they do now, but maybe that's just because we're such a, gore obsessed, desensitized bunch
Yeah.
of, fucking weirdos. So
Pretty much. It's like I was telling him, I was like, dude, it's like, I know that there's those people out there like, oh, what a fucking shit movie. And it's like, whoa, dude, you're like
Right.
18.
yeah,
Like,
calm down.
you've been like drenched in gore
Yeah.
and like extreme more than people that got to see that movie in the 70s.
Exactly.
That was like a big movie in
It
the
was,
70s.
and it's funny because my mom remembers, when they went to see it and people running out of the theater and people throwing up in the theater. It was the same with The Exorcist when that came
Right.
out, and people were physically sick, trying to watch this film, and they're like, their minds were completely blown. It's just like when Psycho came out.
Right.
It was
They
a
had the paramedics
completely,
outside,
completely different,
Right.
aesthetic than people were used to.
and they made everyone scared of being in the shower.
Yeah. I'm just like, well, bring it on. I'll fight you.
Stab me, baby.
You can try. I don't know.
This reminds me of that guy that like pulled a chainsaw out. Do you see that video where the guy like
Oh, no.
he like goes? She's like, "Hey, baby, can you bring me a towel?"
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I lost my shit. It
And
was
then he
amazing.
gives her a bloody towel, and she's like, "Oh, I was like, oh my God, dude, that's some vicious shit.
That is one of the like greatest prank videos ever, but and I'm so thankful that I have a spouse that knows not to fuck with me like that, because I would probably kill him, and he understands that, thankfully. So he's like, and I love the fuck out of that boy.
So you guys don't scare each other?
No, he knows not to, because like I cannot go, and it's so funny because I love horror, I love Halloween, I love scary movies, everything, but I cannot do haunted houses.
Really? Okay.
And because
your reaction,
I go instantly into this like fight or flight like mentality. I can't separate the difference between what's real and what's
awesome,
not.
though.
And the last time I went to one, when I lived in California, it was this amazing attraction called Pirates of Emerson, and they actually build this whole pirate ship. And it's been on a couple of like the greatest haunts, shows or whatever on the Travel Channel and stuff like that. And so you go through this ship. I got kicked out of it because I hit the actors. And they tell you prior to like any haunted house, like you're not allowed to touch the actors and whatever. And I'm like, okay, it's not a problem. There's a part where you have to like walk an actual like plank, essentially, to get to the end.
You or what?
And it's dark and it's foggy, and it's kind of like those optical illusion rooms that you go into where you think everything's moving around you, but it's actually still,
right?
And it just plays with your mind. And so they make me go first, my friends, because they're all a bunch of pussies, and I'm like, all right, like I'll go, like it's fine. And as I'm walking, I'm almost to the end, and this guy just comes running out of the darkness in like this stupid mask. It wasn't even anything scary, it was just stupid. And I punched him right in the face and knocked his mask off, and he fell off the plank part onto the ground. And I'm just like, oh shit.
And he wasn't moving for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I couldn't see him after that. Like he disappeared. And
I just
I'm
picture that,
That's what my mind went to. I was like, I just killed this guy. Like I'm so fucked. Like I'm gonna come out and there's gonna be police waiting for me, and I'm like, oh geez, I'm trying to think of a creative way to get out of this stupid pirate ship. But he was mad, and I can hear him. I can't see him because it's pitch black down there, but I can hear him exactly. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I gotta go. Like, we gotta go. Like, let's get out of here, right?
Is there an exit on this plank?
Exactly. And the next, it's a long, and it keeps going. You think you get to the end, and it's more.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, fuck. Like, when is this gonna end? And then, someone starts grabbing on my legs, and then I end up kicking another person in the face. And we're not even towards the end, and someone comes into comes in through a side door, like how they get the like crazy scared people out, you know, like if they're causing a scene or whatever. And I was obviously causing a scene because I'm hitting their actors, but they grab me and they're like, you're done. You need to go. Okay. I'll go with you. And then of course I get out, and they have a TV crew there for the news station.
Oh my God.
And
really?
And they were trying to ask like the patrons how they liked the attraction and whatever. And they wanted to use it for the news, and they wanted to use it for the haunted house too, like as part of like to amp it up for like the next year
like for
and stuff, like a promotional piece, like
right.
a total PR thing. And I'm like, and they come running up to me, and they're just like, can we get your opinion on this attraction? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I mean, I only went through about half of it. And they're like, oh, why? Was it that scary? And I'm like, no, I got kicked out. Like, that's why the security guard is with me.
Well, I punched a guy in the face.
And they're like, what'd she get kicked out? And he's like, she hit a dude. And she kicked another chick. And I'm like, oh, no, it was a girl? I felt really bad. And I mean, I felt bad, anyway.
The blood looked real then.
Yeah, It was a learning experience for me. I'm like, well, can't do that again.
So you love horror, but you hate actually being there.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I actually would like to do one of those like immersive experiences.
Right. Well, I'm fucking super glad that you're able to come on, dude.
Yeah,
like,
me
dude,
too.
me and I could tell a story. I want to tell a quick story.
No,
a drunken story. No, it's not that bad. We talked about it. Well, probably, I don't know. I think it's funny. Christina always laughs about it. She said, because we always talk about the time that I got drunk, and I always get mad at her because she left me outside to go back in to dance. And I was like, I wanted to go home. I was like puking outside in front of like 20 people. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And I was inside earlier that night, and I was drunk trying to dance or shamble. I think I was shambling pretty well. Staggering, yeah. Thought I was cool trying to do spins and shit, and I fell.
Great. It was a beautiful experience. Like I was like, Alex is trying to join the ballet. Like he's gonna give them a run for their money right now.
Dude, I used to dance a lot, and I stopped after that, I think.
After that moment.
Yeah, well,
that
I fell right between Britney's legs.
Yep.
And she's like looks down, she starts cracking up, and I look up and I'm like, I didn't see anything, by the way.
I always wear shorts.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, Christina always wondered. She was like, I don't think she was wearing anything. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was too drunk to care. And we were just laughing in the middle of the dance floor where the music's going.
That was great. Yeah, I was a little, I don't even remember if I was old enough to be at the club back then.
You were.
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
Maybe I was like freshly 21 at that time.
You might have been. Yeah,
I know I was like overindulgent with like booze. And so I was pretty drunk myself too, but it was still, I remember that. Like, I remember everything leading up to that moment, and then just like looking down and be like, oh, this is great. And then I'm like, oh wait, I got full booty short underwear on and shorts. I'm fine. Like, I'm not worried.
Christina was embarrassed for me. Like,
she was,
really bad.
and I remember her apologizing to me like profusely.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't even care. Like, it's fine. Like, you know.
There used to be times when we would, like, because we would go to the industrial clubs, and I remember just, like, it'd be like, okay, everybody has to dance as soon as they get out there. I would say that to people. Like, that's how serious I was about dancing. Mm-hmm. And then just one day I was like, nah. So how are you guys doing? Well, like, what have you been doing this week? Like, anything cool, horror-related?
No.
No, this week, no, which is weird.
Cleaned my bathroom. That's horror-related.
Neat.
Oh, that's pretty close, yeah.
Was that before or after you went? Is that what?
It's actually, I pondered it while I was taking a dump. I was like, this bathroom's pretty.
You didn't really need to go there.
It's time to clean it.
Everybody poos. You ever read that?
Everybody hurts.
And those chicks out there who say they don't fart, you're all a bunch of fucking liars. Yeah.
You're one of the dirtiest.
Yep. If you don't find farts hilarious, you cannot be trusted. Plain and simple.
Yeah, there is something.
Sorry.
There's just, maybe they just leave out one lethal one and they don't really know, you know.
Well, SBD.
I don't know.
Yeah, like some guy dies behind the 7-Eleven.
I hope that happens.
He huffed in it too much.
There's been some like great occasions where I've just crop dusted a motherfucker that deserved it. And I just want to know what it's like to be on the like receiving end of that.
You're like running through a crowd like the sound of music.
The best is when you're walking upstars and you got that guy behind you.
Oh, that's great too. That was always a beautiful moment. Like, unless you didn't plan it and then you're like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, before this
no,
guy
you just gotta
throws
own
me.
up to it. They'll laugh. You're like, that was me.
Usually.
That was me.
You like
Until
that?
they can't breathe.
Until they can't breathe.
Yeah,
or
that's
they
not.
just fall down the stairs to their death, and you're like,
what?
oh, shit.
Did I do that?
Like, I didn't do it. I just walk away.
Oh, I thought you were saying I did something like that.
No.
I thought you were pointing it to some fucking drunken mishap.
Oh no, not that I know of. Like,
Yeah, I don't remember one either.
no, I don't remember you actually like killing anyone downstairs or anything. I'm sure you farted many times, but
Yeah, I didn't write them down, but I'm sure that there's quite a few. But I think it might be that time.
Oh, shit.
Horse shot! I'm really sorry, first off, that you're going to have to take this shot.
I know.
We're not exactly, as I call it, Bartistas, is actually the real name. We're not Bartistas, but we do what we can with what we have.
I really enjoy your red Solo Cup shot glasses.
Yes,
though.
aren't they great?
Like,
it's like
we are white trashing it up.
I feel like
early.
I know. I feel like we should do like mini like pong.
Yes.
Like just throw little cups, you know, like
excellent.
set them up in a little pyramid, a little mini pyramid.
I would not be upset about that.
So this week on Thursday, we're going to be watching 2 movies by Takashi Miike. One of them is Gozu, and the other one is going to be Ichi the Killer. Now, in Gozu, if you haven't seen the movie, there is a scene where a lady squirts her breast into hundreds of jars that everyone seems to be drinking. They even make custard out of it, which is really disgusting. And so we thought, what better way than to make a shot that is dedicated to that breast milk? So we had a couple of different names. I think the first one we came up with was Miikes MILK. And we thought that might be a little better, you know, instead of like titty milk or something.
Well, I wanted to call it Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk was good too.
I mean, yeah, see, it's Mother's Milk, which is very tame and very, you know, not us. And then there's Miike's Milk, which is kind of like, okay. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it makes sense because it's attached, and then there's
I get it.
you're an asshole titty milk, which I just
Titty
think
milk.
I don't know. It like sounds disgusting, but
Either way, we're gonna drink something curdled and disgusting.
exactly.
So,
You don't need to name it something
Yeah.
disgusting on top of it.
it was nice knowing all of you.
Okay, so
Yeah, what is it we're about to consume, please?
we're all fucked. Now, by the way, we're sipping. Me and Brittany are sipping on Jack Daniels and Kickstarter for her. It's because I didn't have any Coke.
I haven't eaten since like noon, so
Oh, this is great.
so that's why I
This
was
will
like,
be like we're drinking like okay. Let me break it down for you guys. So some of the ingredients that we have here, we've got Bailey's, birthday cake,
oh, God.
vodka,
And we'll explain that.
99 coconuts, and then we're gonna put in Vita Coco pure coconut water.
That shit's good.
It is good. It's actually really good for a hangover too.
Yeah, it is. Fuck Pedialyte.
Like if you do it before you go to sleep,
Yeah.
you have to drink it. Like if you can drink 2 of these, you're better off.
Yeah, I can't do that.
But yeah, drink one of these before you go to bed, and you'll feel better in the morning.
Yeah.
Trust Uncle Alex.
I'm lucky if I can make it to a shower to wash my makeup off.
The main ingredient is going to be the 99 coconuts because this is stronger.
Also known
and
as
I
death.
like to put more of the stronger stuff in there.
If you ever get Jenny on here, she has a real good story about 99 bananas.
Oh, really?
Yes, she does.
Well, we're definitely
Doubt
bringing
she'll
that
tell
up.
it, but you could probably convince her
She'll
to.
tell it. Yeah, we get a couple of drinks in her.
She's gonna listen to this and punch me in the tit.
Did you just say tit?
I
No, I'm just
did.
kidding.
We're about to drink a titty shot,
It's
so.
a Christian radio show.
Oh no, you brought me on the wrong show.
All right, so about halfway up into the shot, then we're gonna pour. I'm gonna put the Baileys in last because
Good call.
it's probably gonna curdle.
It will.
so
It definitely. There's no probably. It's a definite.
so then we put in just a I don't know
Just a hair.
just a
titty
hair of like Pinnacle birthday cake vodka.
Just a skosh.
Just a skosh. And now we're gonna put in some coconut water, and then we'll put the Baileys in last. You just want to put a little bit of coconut water in there. It's just a little bit.
Just a nibble.
All right. Now it's not exactly white yet, like creamy,
Oh God.
like breast milk.
Creamy's totally like a buzzword for me.
It's
Ew.
really you got to do it like with a it's really
Creamy.
creamy.
Oh Jesus. That was even worse.
So creamy.
I'm immediately uncomfortable.
This is titty. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. I can't help it from being an 8-year-old. All right. All right. So we put a little bit of Bailey's on top. I'll be honest, it doesn't look very good.
Nope. This looks like bad decisions. Oh, it already settled and like curdled to the middle.
All right, we got to drink this fast.
Yeah.
So
Are we yelling?
Happy
this again?
birthday, Don Thacker, and happy birthday, Bruce
yeah.
Campbell.
Happy birthday, Bruce Campbell.
happy birthday, guys.
Woo. Oh dear God.
That ain't bad.
Tastes like titty milk.
Yeah, I imagine.
Now I can't stop saying it. God damn
It
it.
doesn't go well with Jack Daniels. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh,
But-
probably not. Yeah.
Probably.
But that's
might.
probably the most tame shot we've done.
Oh really?
It's sneaky, dude.
Yeah.
That 99 bananas ain't no joke, dude.
Oh, I feel a kick in my throat, but still, on the way down, it was nice.
It's gonna be
down.
kicking out
Yeah.
your ass in a minute.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't bad going down. I will
It's
say
not bad,
that.
right? It tastes creamy. Creamy.
Ugh.
But if you guys want to know how to make this Miike's milk
You don't.
shot, whatever
Milk
you want
is
to
a
call
bad
it,
Choice.
milk was a bad choice.
Bad choice.
If you want to find out how to do this, all you got to do is go to longlivethevoid.com and check out the hashtag horror shot section. And you can make it there. If you do it, make sure you're of age and you send us a video of your misadventures.
Do
Thank
it.
you. That's it for horror shots.
Horror shots! Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were all doing it together again. I got a little excited.
Something's coming out of us, and I don't know what it is.
I feel that magic.
I feel it.
Oh my fucking God, it's the fucking news. Holy fuck.
Shit.
It's the news.
Here is the fucking news.
All right, guys, so we're back, and we're going to be doing the fucking news.
Yeah. yeah.
First of all, hot off the presses, the new 8th sequel to the Saw series has a title name now, finally, and it's not what you may have thought.
Is it called Why Is This Still Going?
Yeah. Saw 8. Why are you still making me? No, it's actually called Jigsaw. And say what you will, one of the last ones was actually not too bad.
They've all been like decent in their own way.
Yeah, like I think the third one was the worst.
See, I thought it was good because they eventually tied everything up into a nice little bow.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the end of it, but now you're coming back.
I know.
It's just like,
Going.
fuck you.
Yeah. Speaking of milk,
Let it end. Yeah, they're milking that titty.
Yeah, they really are.
Right.
A lot of titty milk going around.
So much titty milk.
So that came out. I don't know. That's kind of a short news story. We've already talked about the fact that Venom's going to be coming out, but guess what?
What's
Venom's
that? What?
Venom's not the villain.
What?
Guess who's going to be the villain? Carnage.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. And because of that, the Sinister Six might be assembling.
Interesting.
Yes.
So they have confirmed that Carnage will be a part of the Venom. They're trying to make Venom into a huge thing because they're
As they
actually
should.
listening for the first time.
Right.
Hopefully they do it right.
Jinx.
Yeah, I know. It's like you give them a little slack and they fuck everything up. So
Oh, for sure.
Whatever. What is it? DC or Warner Brothers? Who is it?
All of the above.
Sony.
Oh, Sony
Is it
owns
Sony?
Spider-Man.
I think
yes.
I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
hopefully they've been listening. They've been a little more open to Marvel's influence
Right.
now.
And
Like,
Sony's been trying to make a Spider-Man movie like almost
Right.
every other year. But
This
they
is
don't
the
wanna
first one
lose
that
the
might be
rights.
good, yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
want to lose the rights to the movie, so they
So they
keep
just
making them.
shitty ones.
Right.
Over
that's
and
so
over
shitty, dude.
and over.
I didn't mind the last guy, but I think the new guy kind of fits. In his own sort of mythos, I guess. But seeing Venom and fucking Tom Hardy, who's going to be,
sorry.
like he's going to be fucking great.
I gotta-
Yeah.
And then just seeing who's going to be Carnage, like I don't know who it is yet, but they're definitely trying to bring him in the fold.
Anything's
Sweet.
better than, what is it, Topher Great?
For Grace.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I can't like look at him and not think that 70s show.
Right,
The whole
right.
time. It just he's like he will forever be that guy
Little
that cannot
kid.
break
Eric
that
Foreman.
mold. He's always
Yeah.
Eric Foreman. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Just like the chick that plays Kitty is always gonna be Kitty. Like she's never gonna break that mold.
Well,
And
you
Hyde's kind of the same too. Like
You
that actor,
can. You
too.
just got to do something really,
Really
Well, Hyde's been
prolific.
doing
Yeah.
that, what is it, that new series on
The
Netflix?
Ranch.
The Ranch, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And
not
there's
so
like
good.
a lot of people from that 70s show in there, I think. Like,
Yeah.
he's in there.
Yeah.
And the guy who played the foreign kid? He's
I
in
love
there.
him.
Well, what's his name's in there?
He's great.
Which
Ashton
one?
Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher,
Yeah, well, he's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's
he's
two of the
main.
main guys, but yeah, like almost like half the cast from that 70s show has had like a cameo.
Yeah.
Isn't it that guy that was in the fucking Big Lebowski too? Who's the
Yeah.
dad?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he
dad.
is.
Yeah,
He's
what
the
is
dad.
his
Dude
name?
vibes.
I should know his name too because I love him.
I
he
love
is
him
great.
too.
He is
I don't know
a
why.
sexy
That's pretty much the only
old
reason I
man,
watched
man.
that show.
It's his voice.
Yeah, his voice. Like he's just as the silver fox.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I jerk off to him. I don't
I
give
mean,
a
I
fuck.
do jerk off to him, but just kidding. Mouse
You
is
hear
probably
that,
listening
Mouse?
to this. Sorry.
But maybe he's jerking off to this. I'm just kidding.
I hope so. You better be.
Oh, that's such a jerk.
Well, that is a great
Meta
visual.
jerk,
I mean,
yeah.
at least for me, it's a great visual.
Let's see here. We do have some other news. I mean, these are just little things that I wanted to bring up because I thought it was kind of cool.
Fine, tell me.
So you guys have heard that the new Stephen King's It is coming out.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So you are excited,
I am
because there's
excited.
like two groups. There's like
They're,
"Fuck,
you
this
either
is-"
hate it or
Yeah,
you're excited
exactly.
about it. Like
that
that's literally
length,
it.
Yeah, as soon as that full length trailer came out,
That trailer
it
was
solidified
tits.
everything for
I
me.
thought it
I know
looked
it was
good.
the
Yeah,
shit.
it
It was
was
the
tits.
shit when he's running in the sewer.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It was,
dude.
and did you see like the actual where they like put them back to back with like the original trailer versus like, or I don't know if it was a trailer or clips from the whole movie versus like the,
Oh, it was kind of the
new
same
trailer.
things?
It was almost identical.
Same
Oh, yeah?
beats.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like how they did it. It was great, and I feel like it's gonna be really true to the original, and
Okay.
at least I hope so. I have high expectations for the fact that it will be.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, and this is coming from me who was super fucking pissed and scared about the Evil Dead remake.
Right.
And I was not on board with that at all. And as you know, I mean, we got married at Evil Dead the musical
Right,
in
yeah.
Las Vegas.
oh, dude,
and,
I love
yeah.
that fucking musical.
We
It's
got,
so bad, it's good.
fantastic. And I mean, my husband and I got engaged the night after we watched it.
Oh, wow.
And we were trying to find this like perfect like wedding that would fit what we both love, but could include everybody, and we don't have to pay out the ass for it because
Right.
we were funding everything ourselves. And then they announced that they were going to be doing weddings. We were like, well, fuck. This is kind of perfect for us. Like, we're both these big horror junkies, and you know, I
so cool.
love Evil Dead, and I love Bruce Campbell, and I'm still a little sad that Bruce Campbell didn't come to my wedding, but it's okay. His invitation might have gotten lost. It's fine.
Yeah,
but,
and the thousands of screaming
I'm
fans.
sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was amazing, and it was affordable, and what the best part about it, and we had so many more people show up than we thought, and
Right.
That's awesome.
it was just really cool experience. But yeah, so I was super fucking pissed off about the Evil Dead remake, like that
And it
whole
was good, though.
situation. And I got drugged to the theater to go see it, and I hate going to the fucking movie theater. Like that is
Yeah.
like on my list of things I
Did
do
you
not
like it?
like. I loved it.
Oh, right here.
Loved it.
I'm okay with it.
I loved it too.
Loved it. The only thing that could have made it better was like at the end if they would have played Rain and Blood. Like
Oh.
when she's just getting covered with this like blood rain. I'm like, that's a perfect moment to just introduce that song. Like perfect.
You know
Right.
what? Here's my reason why I'm being a little more particular with it. And
I
feel
do
like,
want to know why.
I feel like it's
interesting.
okay to be a little more particular with something as like nostalgic as Evil Dead.
Totally. I want to
Because
see if I agree
everybody
with
that's
you.
a horror fan loves Evil Dead. Like,
Right.
there's very few that are just like, yeah, fuck that movie.
Right.
And they probably like shitty fucking Scream ripoffs.
Exactly.
You know what
Well,
I
they-
mean? Like,
yeah.
like the horrible ones.
Right.
And then like, but what I'm getting at is that the original movie to me felt like there was always something out in the woods.
Right.
And I feel like what they did, and whether it was intentional or not, I think the most important part that he missed for me is making it feel like evil was everywhere.
Like the evil was
Okay.
watching like the
Right.
I can see that.
Like, I loved everything about it, but I feel like that was missing.
So you're saying there's like parts where you forgot about the fact that there's this like
Right.
underlying doom
They made it.
occurring?
Yeah.
They basically, to me, what they did is they took the evil and put it into a body.
Okay,
And
I get that.
It
And to
was
her,
more. It was like more of a disease,
Right.
Than all of this
Then it's
evil.
everything.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
everything's
it's
evil.
all around
like,
you. I can
and
see
that's
that.
what's scary to me when I was a kid.
Right.
So while I like the movie, it doesn't get as high marks for me as because of that.
I can definitely see that because it does. They did kind of make it more centered around her,
Right.
and that it was like she's the person that contained, you know, this evil entity, and she was this demon or whatever.
Right.
And instead of in the original, it's more so like you don't know where it's going to come from or how it's going to happen.
Exactly, yeah.
And at least for the first half of the movie, and then they start getting into the fact of it can affect anyone
Right.
at any point. And then I agree actually with what you're saying because I kind of felt that disconnect too.
It's like I really do like it. There's some really cool scenes
Yeah.
in it. I really wanted the fucking guy with the glasses to be the new Ash, even because he was just the most
yeah.
tortured guy in the whole fucking movie.
Absolutely.
And I felt like he deserved it at
He
that
was
point.
great.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
I think he was good, but I don't think he'd make a good Ash.
I don't know.
He's not
Like,
as
I would have
hot.
been open to it because, like, I feel like he was such a nerdy kind of guy
Right.
that it would have turned into him being cool.
From a
in
female
way.
standpoint, I was pretty stoked that it was
Of course.
the chick that ended up being
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Absolutely.
hero at the end, and I look at it and go, "Fuck yeah!"
Well, that's an ongoing thing in Hollywood now.
and
There's
it should
heroines
be.
are everywhere.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it should be. I feel like it should be like
Right.
it's time for us to have our day, you know?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Even with our fucking great plots when we make up stories, we're always like we did a movie about two guys getting married and murdering everybody.
Sweet.
And then we do like a lot of girls actually
Right.
in our roles because it's like I don't like does that matter? Like
No.
Like it doesn't really matter. Like I would like to see anybody go through this experience. So
Yeah.
like we just like I don't-
Exactly, and I don't know. I feel like, I mean, chicks are awesome.
well,
So
I'm not gonna disagree.
dudes are great too. Yeah, you're not because I'll kill you.
Wait, are we
Well,
still doing the news?
The only reason I thought that he was going to be it is because, well, I thought,
sidetracked a little bit.
yeah, a little bit. But that's okay. That's what the news is all about. It's supposed to invoke.
Just a little bit.
That's why I like the news. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Let me
Because you
see
never
that.
know. You never know what you're going to get. But yeah, okay. Back
Can't
to the
reach too
fucking
far 'cause I
beginning.
don't want to mess up my mic.
Give her the Jack
Give me the
Daniels,
Jack
damn
Daniels.
Oh.
See, he's picking up what I'm putting down over here. Thank you. I don't want to mess my mic up.
Yeah, don't fuck it up, Brittany.
Don't
Don't
fuck
you touch
up.
it.
We had to spend an hour
Look
because
at
they're a
it.
fuck up.
Whatever. I didn't even touch it.
But yeah, it is coming out. It's going to be an R rating.
Oh, still so excited.
I'm super stoked that it's going to be an R rating, though.
I do have a crazy clown fetish, so I mean, I'm pretty stoked about anything clown related. Yeah.
I don't. Have you ever heard of this new game that's out? It's called Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've seen a couple people on the Facebook posting about it.
Yes.
The Facebook. Is it a what console?
It's for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Oh, it's multiple. Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Except for, like, Nintendo.
I feel like the couple of Matts that I know I have seen posting about it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Like me and him play it all the time now.
My two favorite Matts.
I bought it for Xbox and PC.
Okay. Over the recent years, I feel like I've played more Xbox than anything because I used to play a lot of that one zombie game.
We're on Xbox, so if you guys decide to do that, I understand if not. But they're going down in price. I think they're like.
I gear more towards Xbox.
But the Friday the 13th game is fucking really fun.
Okay, so you've played it?
Yeah, and it's like what I like about it for me in particular. I mean, aside from it being just a fun game, I like to troll people a little bit. So like I make voices and stuff. Like if I'm Jason or if I'm a camp counselor, or so it's like kind of like role playing in a way.
Yeah.
And so it's fun that way to me. I don't know, but they just came out with this new retro Jason, the one from the 8-bit Nintendo version.
Oh, wow.
That's all purple and blue.
Yeah.
Like they added them for
that.
free because they kept fucking up the game so much on all the different consoles or on the different platforms. So they gave it away for free. And it's pretty badass. It's even got the retro 8-bit music by Mitch Murder.
Shit.
Mitch Murder did a remix of it, and it's like really cool, man.
I love it. That's awesome.
I don't know.
I remember the night before I was even playing the game, and the next day he was like, "Did you see the news?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "They added something to Jason." I was like, "What did they do?" I'm like, "Jason X," and I got excited.
Yeah, he got all mad like it wasn't. I was like, "It's not Jason X," and then he was like. What is it? And I was like, it's fucking the 8-bit Jason. Like, the fucking...
That is excellent, though.
Because he has the shirt and everything. He's like a big fan of that. I don't know. I love it. If you guys have played it or out there listening right now and you love it, we do have a video. I think I played some gameplay. I don't know how funny it is, to be honest.
Those guys talking about pizza. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that was like tripping me out, dude. Like, but I think some of it was kind of funny. So if you want to check it out, there's a link below, whatever.
Click the link.
Click the link below. Oh, here's another really good story. Uncut 35mm Italian Suspiria print that has been discovered and going on tour in the United States. So they're going to be basically doing the uncut 35mm print of the film, which seems kind of disastrous. I hope they make a copy of it.
Right.
Like...
Jinx, you owe me another battle.
Yeah.
Sucker.
But yeah, I guess they're going to be touring around, and I don't know if you're a fan. And here's some of the dates. So far, they have the Metrograph in New York City.
Are they going to do the cult film thing here?
I don't see a date here.
Come on, they gotta get on that. They will.
Well, we're like the third largest city or something.
Yeah, the cult classic people get on that shit.
You know they should, but they probably got to pay a pretty penny. Yeah,
they got to try or Film Bar.
They got to fly the people that take care of the film out.
Yeah,
and then they got to have these like strict like 35mm rules.
Yeah,
and like only they can handle it, so they got to fly out like 2 or 3 people and then do some promotion. I mean, so that's probably going to cost them a couple thousand.
I can still see them or Film Bar trying to do it.
But if I want to watch Suspiria again, I want to watch it in a big ass theater.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude,
I agree.
And on 35mm, dude, like that's the way that it was made, man. Like
in the industry,
OG.
We call those
OG. Christina and Kyle from the Laughing Horror Podcast are not fans of the Suspiria movie, but I really like it, and like I don't know,
suck a dick.
Yeah.
One
big
does.
old bag of dicks.
Yeah, well she does.
One does. Sorry, Christina, I love you.
Oh, no, Christina doesn't.
Oh.
I was kidding.
She definitely doesn't now.
Yeah, now she won't.
Yeah, fuck.
Now she's going to cut it off.
God damn it. I'm going to wake up Lorena Bobbitt style.
That's perfect.
Oh, man.
A couple of people passed away this week.
No, who?
Yeah,
Who
this
died?
kind of sucks.
Who
So we got to
died?
drink each time we say one of the 2 people here.
Who did?
Henry Deutschendorf.
Excellent.
Yeah, which you probably don't know the name, but I remember the name because I was kind of a big fan of Ghostbusters 2 when I was a kid. Well, the second movie, they had like this little kid that gets kidnapped pretty much by the ghosts and stuff. We got to raise our cups to Henry Deutschendorf anyway. Cheers.
Empty
Clink,
glass.
clink, clink, clink.
Oh,
Clink, clink. We got a bunch of Jack here.
lightweight.
Yeah, I got no. I drank all my beer already.
No. Oh, my beer's gone.
My beer.
My beer.
I just want a little bit of beer.
I just want some more burr.
Also, another person we're going to have to raise and pour our glasses.
Who dat?
Simon Says. He was the creator of
Simon
Hellraiser, the puzzle box.
What?
Yeah, he created the puzzle box. He recently just passed away.
I can't believe that shit wasn't all over the Facebook.
Yeah, we got to cheers to Simon Says. Thank
Simon
you for
Says.
bringing one of the most iconic pieces of...
For real.
Seriously, one of the most iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like, it really... There's just nothing else like it, so cheers
Right
to him.
next to like Ash's chainsaw, maybe.
Fuck yeah.
But if you saw the chainsaw, you could be like, oh, it could be Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, because the chainsaw from Evil Dead has the cut out at the
Totally
end. For his
different.
arm.
But it is... I gotta say that the puzzle box is way more unique than
It's way
Yeah.
more intricate, and it's like a work of art.
It
Yes.
really is.
I'm just saying, as well known as it is, it's right
Just
up there
back-
next to his
back
chainsaw.
off, Patrick.
All right, you know what? That's it. I'm out of here.
Back off.
Back the fuck off, all right? In other news, we'll put a link to this below, and I just want to mention this kind of thing. Diane Ward made a short horror film.
What?
Did you get to see it?
No.
Oh my
Are you
god,
kidding
dude.
me right now? I'm so excited.
It's like a short horror film, and guess who's
Oh, wait,
who's
no,
in it?
wait. I did get tagged in it, but I didn't watch it.
Dude,
Who's
it's
in it?
fucking funny, dude. I was cracking up. Jack Black's in it.
Fuck
No
off.
way.
He plays the like older kid,
No, they have a song. They have a song with him.
but it's
too.
not the song.
No,
It's-
that doesn't. That's what I'm saying. I
So this
should have
is like-
opened with it. Doesn't surprise me that
Is
they
that what
did
it is?
this
Okay.
because they do have a song on their most recent album.
Well, the
with him.
short is called Tommy Can't Sleep, and it's like about this kid who sees rats going in and out of his wall.
The
and then he-
song that they did with Jack Black is called Rats.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is like the precursor to it. So they're trying to
Yeah.
like whet your appetite.
Yeah, Mouse is gonna be dying right now listening to this shit. By the way, he
Dude.
fucking loves them.
I'm totally into it too.
I
but-
was not at
Dude,
all. into
she's
them.
like, I don't want to like ruin it for anybody, but she's like sitting on the end of the bed talking to this kid with rat teeth.
Is it Yolandi?
Yeah.
God, I
and
love
she's
her.
like, you like boobies, right?
That's in the.
And he's
Oh,
like,
shut up. That's in the
yeah, I
fucking
like
song, too.
boobies. and then it's like this whole story, but I guess it's like a precursor.
I need to watch it because I feel like this is probably the opening verbiage into that song because
Might
they have
be.
this whole like opening like series into it and it's excellent. And you know what? I was
Well, Jack Black sings at the very end.
yeah, he
But
sings
that's
on
it.
like half that track.
That's weird.
It's good. That album's fantastic. By the
I
way.
actually
Side
kind of,
note.
I haven't heard it yet, so.
But Mouse loves them, and so I surprised him with tickets to go see him in California.
Have
That-
that
which
grown
is
on you
awesome.
now? Or you
Oh,
still
I'm
hate 'em?
obsessed.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even tell you. Like, first of all, I want to fucking put Yolandi in my pocket and keep her fucking forever. She is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man.
Like Ninja, like jumped off the stage onto Mouse twice.
Oh wow.
That show, like Mouse basically held Ninja in his arms,
It's like my
on
baby.
2 occasions, and I'm like, he didn't. I'm sure he didn't want to let him go because he loves Diane Ward.
What was
And-
the video where they're in Africa? Well, they're always
Well,
in
all of
Africa.
them.
Yeah, they're always in Africa. But
Fatty
the one where it was
Fatty
like
Boom Boom.
Fatty
Christina
Boom Boom.
Fatty Boom Boom, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Yolandi's creepy as fuck in this, as
I
usual.
love her.
She's great. I love it. I thought it was pretty cool, and if there's a song about it, I'm all about it.
Oh yeah, no.
I
Listen
wanna
to that
check it
album.
out.
Like, listen to that album. Like, I'm not.
I
even
know a
fucking
lot of
joking.
horror
Like,
fans are not big Diane Ward fans.
Go see him live. It'll change your mind. Trust
I don't.
me.
I don't know. They got like this weird freak style that I kind of like.
You know what? Like I said, I was not into them at all until I saw them live. The culture that they have created amongst
It's a
like
little
their
different.
fans, it's a little different.
Yeah.
You know, and they have a lot of younger people. I mean, I'm 27, and at the time when I saw them, I was 26, and I still felt kind of old amongst that crowd. Like, you know, when we were there, and it was a lot of kids, and they're all in the little onesie pajamas, because like Yolandi wears a lot of onesie,
Sure.
you know, pajama, whatever, and so I get it, but it was just like they're all fucking nuts
Right. It was taking what was very popularly uncool
and making it cool.
and making it cool, and like that's where they're reaching out to people
Yeah.
from any level of class,
Absolutely.
like whatsoever.
And I always appreciated that.
Yeah, I
with
think so,
them.
too. I don't have any problem
I
with
couldn't
it.
get into like their music. Like I just was like, like
Wasn't
I'm
this her
not-
last album?
I'm not in that. I think that's just a big rumor.
I think they're serious.
I don't know. I hope not.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for the fucking news. All right, guys. So now it's time for our segment with Britni Bloodshed. We'll be talking about some special effects, and we'll do that right now. All right, guys, we're back with Britni Bloodshed and, of course, Patrick and myself. And we're going to be doing kind of like an interview, I guess, a little bit. Just talking about, we didn't really plan this out because we just wanted to kind of like have fun and just let it go because I think like we have fun together, so it doesn't matter, right?
I think that's when the best stuff comes out anyways, when you just fly by the seat of your pants.
Well, that's typically our show in a nutshell for the most part, other than like the movies we talk about that we research and shit.
Right.
Nobody's got time for that scripted bullshit.
Yeah, we just run with this shit. We don't make it up. Like every now and then I'll write like a little joke and sometimes it lands or he's reading his shit and he doesn't pay attention
Or sometimes I'll say a joke and you won't recognize it.
Or it's not funny.
Right. Hey, my demon nose joke was hilarious. Okay.
But yeah, guys, so we're gonna chat with Britni here for a little bit, who is a part of Agents of Lust, as well as an inspiring makeup artist, I would say, probably to cover all the bases, because she likes to do a little bit of everything, right?
I dabble.
Hey, dabble.
Little dibble.
Little dabble.
I think when you met her, it was at the horror convention.
Yeah, she had the
half
face.
Jason.
Yeah, half Jason, half Freddy, right?
First night of Mad Monster.
No, it wasn't half Freddy.
No, it was just like a pretty face and then half Jason.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Yeah, that's all right. My pretty face isn't that pretty. I get it.
Didn't you get a picture that was kind of awkward with CJ Graham?
It was so awkward.
Wasn't he from part 6?
He was a little upset with me because I told him, I was like, wait, we got to get my good side. So I had to have like my Jason side facing more out towards the camera.
Right.
And I think that was like his bad side. So he was a little like upset with me that I made him switch sides.
He was like, fuck you.
But you know what? It was kind of towards the end of like the day too. So I feel like he
Right.
was probably like, fuck these people. Like, it's hot here. Like, why am I here? Like, this is ridiculous. And, you know, I'm from Jason 6 or whatever. Like,
I will say that
I don't
CJ
know.
Graham
He was
and
cool though.
what was it? Something White from part 3?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. Those two were my favorite other than Kane Hodder. He's scary.
And
He is scary.
to him, he's like the end all be all.
Well, I mean, his movements are very clear and concise, and he kind of finished Jason off in the way that a lot of them have
Although he borrowed
built
some
him.
stuff from Michael Myers.
For sure.
I don't know. I don't want to
Like
go there.
The head tilt, that's Michael Myers.
Is it?
It is
Yeah.
totally Michael Myers.
He's a scary individual, so I don't want to piss him off.
Yeah. you
Come
know,
at me, bro. No, wait, don't
Right.
come at me.
But I do. I
My
really,
interaction with him was cool, but
I
mean,
like
it just-
CJ Graham's Jason a lot. I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he was one of the better ones because I like part 6 a lot.
That is like my favorite.
Like
Jason
that is a
besides
really
the
good
first one.
Jason movie, and
Yeah.
part 7 is kind of like up there. It's kind of like the Dream Warriors of the Jason series.
Right.
Like it really is. It's just like out there, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But so what was the story with that? You said he just he didn't want you to see
I
that
don't
sign.
know. Like honestly, I think that it was just like he was used to being on, you know, like when they take photos and stuff with fans, like they tend to be like we are, where they have a good side or they have like where they want to stand or where they want to
Right.
sit.
That
or,
we're not thinking
or whatever.
about.
Like not everybody can be like Sid Haig where they don't give a flying fuck like where you take a picture. But you know, most of the time, if you don't make Sid stand up, he doesn't care.
Right.
Like he's fine with that. And I mean, half the times I've talked to him, he's like, "Let's just take a fucking selfie or whatever the bullshit's called." Like, and I'm like, "All right, you're okay. You're Sid Haig. I'm not gonna question you. Like that's fine." But yeah, it was kind of like a vibe of like, why the fuck do I have to move over this way? And I'm just like, come on, I'm half Jason. I want to take a picture
with
with
another
my Jason face
yeah.
with Jason. Like even though you're not in character right now,
Makes
like,
sense to me.
It makes sense, you know what I mean? And my little inner nerd, like I loved it. So but he kind of had an attitude about it, and I was like, whatever, like it's fine. Like,
Calm down, buddy.
whatever, man. Like this is a great picture. Like
Well,
you're welcome.
and I've
are
talked
you mad
about
because
it.
my makeup looks cooler than the mask? Like I don't know what the problem is here. But
I can
let's calm
I can
down.
bet that it's probably not nearly as awkward as someone else that we've talked about. And we've talked
not.
about him like 3 times on the podcast. And Tom Savini, who I greatly appreciate everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
By the way, for what he's done for the industry and as far as like special makeup effects and doing a school and like creating all these new jobs and people like out there doing this shit and keeping it alive, like hands down. But meeting the guy in person, it's like
Sex
a
machine.
whole nother world.
Different experience.
It really is. It's unfortunately not a great experience.
And you know, I feel like I've heard worse stories than what I experienced
Right.
with him. And but the funny thing is, it's mostly my male friends that have bad stories to tell about him when they've met
really?
him.
Really?
And I feel like
That's interesting.
They kind of get like this, because the few girls that I know that have talked to him or have met him have had great experiences, and I don't know if it's maybe because
He's the sex machine.
he's Tom Savini,
right?
so he's like, I don't give a fuck about these dudes coming up to me and telling me that they're huge fans.
He's like,
but
look,
these
they don't
hot
have
girls,
anything I
like-
want.
Yeah, exactly. But these hot chicks coming up to you like, oh, I'm a huge fan. He's like, yeah, I bet you are. I don't know. Like, maybe that's the
Let daddy coddle
what comes
you.
You want to
behind
see
it,
something
but-
huge?
Yeah. It's just
My ego.
But
Sorry.
he just, I don't know. And like, I will say, like, I am a huge fan of what he does.
Sure.
What he did.
Yeah.
He was a pioneer.
Have some respect. Right?
Absolutely.
You gotta have to.
Like, I cannot disrespect anything that he has done, and he really did. He did pioneer the whole like special effects industry, especially like he did things that nobody thought were imaginable
Right.
back then. And I mean, he went an extra step above and beyond everybody else, and he was doing things that people didn't think were possible, and I love that. And
Sure.
he really did create a whole new platform for special effects artists,
and a
it
lot
was
of people
amazing.
think one of his greatest creations would be K&B.
What was the actor's name?
Greg Nicotero I'm talking about.
Who was the actor back in the day who started with like Phantom of the Opera and shit like that? Who started actually like taping his face and super gluing his face to make it look certain ways?
Like he just took it a step above and beyond.
Oh, no, yeah.
You know, and he, like I said, he did things that people didn't think were possible, and he made a lot of effects a lot easier for the directors and the camera crew and stuff to capture and to create what they actually wanted visually to see, so they didn't have to necessarily compromise their aesthetic for what they wanted, because you know an artist felt like they couldn't deliver that. He did a lot of research, and he put a lot of work into what he did, and he loves his craft, and he really hones into that, and
Right.
I absolutely respect that for him. So there's absolutely zero disrespect for me as far as him as an artist.
Right. No,
He's
yeah,
incredible.
no. I just get a little weirded out standing next to him. What got you into this? Like, because I've known you for quite a while, and I know that you've been into this stuff, but it wasn't until like the past 6 years, I think that
5 years strong.
Is it
pretty
5?
much,
Yeah. That you started to like really jump into like doing a lot of this artistic shit like that.
Yeah, and you know what, I'll be honest, like I always did, since I was 16, I would always do, you know, my own makeup or stuff or
Right.
whatever, and I am completely self-taught for everything that I do. Like everything is all strictly trial and error based. Like
Right.
I come up with something in my brain, or I'll see something that inspires me, and then I build on top of that. And there's a lot of times where I've spent in front of my mirror super pissed off because I can't create what I'm seeing in my head.
Right.
You know, and it's just, you got to keep going, keep practicing, and like don't quit. But for me, I honestly got real fucking tired of everybody being like, why don't you do this professionally? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like,
Fine.
do you really think like I can do this in a professional setting? And, you know, I was like, finally one day I was like, fuck it. Like, we're going to give it a try. We'll see what happens. I'll give it a fucking whirl. Like, I'll make a stupid Facebook fan page. Like, whatever. Like, we'll see where it goes. And I'm like, God, now I got to come up with a fucking
Here's
name.
my mirror to jerk myself off,
Exactly.
guys.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta come up with a name and all this shit. And I was like, why do I have to do this for myself? And you know what? I'm really glad that I did, because it opened a lot of doors for me in a professional setting, and I was able to kind of get what I do more out there. I mean, my Instagram is a lot more popular than like the Facebook page. My Facebook
Sure.
page has decent traffic too, but I'll be honest, I don't update it as much.
Right.
Because Facebook's Facebook.
Gotta link 'em.
And their
You gotta link
algorithms
'em. You
are
can do that
fucking
now.
weird, and it's just kind of all over the place. But my Instagram is pretty great, and I do like that because I feel like it's more of a photo sharing basis, and that's
Right.
basically all that, you know, makeup work is essentially.
Right.
Like, photo and video sharing, like, you know. And I'm not going to pay for advertisement for it, and at least not at this point. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't my day job. I don't do this all day, every day, as much as I would love to do this all day, every day. Like, it's not a feasible thing at this time. And I'm a little bit too much of a pussy to, like, quit my day job and just, like, be like, oh, I've got this.
Well, where was one of the first things? Because one of the first things I remember is you doing makeup at a couple of events. Like, I think you did Mad Monster, or did you do Mad Monster? Was it a zombie walk and then it was like Mad Monster or
I've
something?
done a couple of different like cupcake events or things along that nature. When, oh man, they're gonna kill me for forgetting what it was called too.
No.
But it was at Club 24, and it was Mark and Sydney's events
Oh, okay.
that they would do. And sorry guys that I can't remember the name of it, but they had me out for a couple of events too. But I mainly only kind of done it on myself for the most part to, like, promote my work too, and then I'll get hired from other people to do different things.
Sure.
And, events aren't really my thing.
That's when you started, though, yeah.
Yeah, that's when it kind of started coming out more publicly to everybody, was in different events that I would get booked for to do, or even, like, I would work, just for tips or whatever.
Well, yeah, because they'd see you and they'd be like, I want that.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I'm always self-promoting myself
yeah,
and my
dude.
brand, like, on my own face. Like, I'll go out there and I'm like, yeah, you can see what I do on my own face. Imagine what I can do in another person. Like,
Right,
when I
right.
can look with both eyes square at them and have my glasses on and actually paint them. Because, I do wear glasses every day, and it's pretty funny when I have to paint my own face because I have my mirror about,
2 inches
so
away.
2 inches away from my face so I can see it.
So
I
you're
have-
nearsighted.
Yeah, so I have to
Yeah.
cut my brushes down,
Right.
so they don't smack against my mirror every time. So and it's interesting. So when I can actually have glasses on and look square at a person and paint them, it's a whole different aesthetic. And
Right.
and I still have little things that are signatured strictly to me and my style that other people don't do.
Right.
Any artist has to have their own signature thing that kind of sets them apart from another person and is their brand or their mark. And I definitely, established that pretty early on into what I was doing. But, I started off with mostly like some effects stuff, like simple things. And now I've kind of like gone more into like the body paint, face painting.
Right,
realm.
yeah.
And that's kind of where I lie right now, but now I'm stepping back into like the actual like effects, like
Effects
dirty,
part of it,
gritty
yeah.
part of it, and it's being completely self-taught and everything. It's a lot. It's way more trial and error,
Right, yeah.
Than you want to
Right.
fuck around with. Like it's a lot of work, and it's a pain in the ass.
I'm
but
sure it's a lot of money too.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
And
there's
that's
a lot of makeup
you know,
costs, dude.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
And I get people that ask me every day why I don't make masks or why I don't do these big, foam busts and things like that. And I'm not to that point yet.
Right.
Like one day when I am completely 100 million% comfortable with where I'm at, like I will bust into that. But right now I'm circling back to my effects work, and I am more comfortable in doing that now than I was when I first started. So
Now, do you
now
d-
I can do all these crazy different things with stupid materials that nobody would think that you can use,
Right.
but create, wounds and things that are extremely realistic from household products, that
Yeah.
people don't think about. And
Well-
I mean, that's what the basis was in special effects makeup, and that's what people forget.
What do you think got you into that? Like, what in particular really made you want to delve into the special effects part, or even the makeup? I mean,
Yeah, I've always been like a huge horror fan. Like as long as I can remember, I really liked horror movies and the whole aesthetic behind it, and I love the whole blood and gore thing. But
sure.
the biggest thing to me was with like special effects makeup or character makeup or even cosplay and things like that. Like you get to be your own fantasy.
Right.
And it's part of like my tag with my page is you get to be whatever character you want. You get to be who you really feel like you are on the inside. Like all you have to do is paint your face a certain way or throw on a wig and a mask or whatever. Like it's where people truly get to be how they feel or how they want to portray themselves, or even like in just a certain moment how they want it, like something that makes them how they view as beautiful, and they want to become that just for one event or for 2 hours for a stupid photo shoot or whatever. It's really cool. It's really freeing for a lot of people in different ways. And that was kind of one thing that brought me more into it, is like I want to embody different characters all the time, especially
Right.
if you're going to like a themed event or something like that. Like it's more fun to be involved in that.
Yeah.
Not just with a costume, but like
And that
the
can be
whole
scary for
thing.
some people, but
Absolutely.
yeah, totally.
It definitely can.
I always get like, it's like Halloween comes around. It's like I love Halloween. I love horror. I love all that shit. But then I like choke up and I'm like,
I
what
get
do I
lazy.
wear? I just need to hire you and be
I get
like,
so
hey,
fucking
here's $50.
lazy.
Like, do something. I don't know.
I get so lazy with myself when it comes to Halloween because I'm so busy.
It's so much pressure too.
Yeah, I get so busy around Halloween time, like September, October, November. Like I am like totally just slammed, and I love it. I mean, I love that. I mean, that's what I want to do. I love putting makeup on people. I love doing this for other people, and and it's a really cool thing. But yeah, I so when it comes to me, I end up being like, fuck, I got no time to do anything.
Right.
Like, what am I gonna fucking do? Like, I didn't plan a costume.
Well, you had like a different thing for each day of the Mad Monster that we went to.
For Mad Monster, I tend to kind of go all out, or for any horror expo, because that's a great opportunity to promote my brand,
Right.
and myself. And we, as the Agents of Lust, have been
Right.
lucky enough the last 2 years to be invited to be a part of Mad Monster. Last year for 2016 Mad Monster, they brought us in to perform. We had our own booth and everything set up, and it was a good opportunity for our group and for myself.
Right. It's gotten bigger and bigger each year,
It
too.
has. It's grown every year. It's gotten bigger, and we've had amazing guests every single year, and it's a great convention. And
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. They
Dude, this
do a
last
really,
time
really
blew
good
me
job.
away.
Oh, it was great. This was the best one, hands down.
Dude, I
2017
went
was
to the
best
first
year.
one like 5 years ago,
It was
and then
kind
I
of
went
a
to
shit
this one, and I was
show.
just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I just hope, like, I think that's great that it's growing and everything, but I just hope it doesn't get to that point where it's like Comic-Con, where it's like, did you hear about this
I don't have
year's?
any problem with that.
Well,
it's like they said
well,
this
this year's
last year.
Comic-Con was a whole different
Right.
story.
They
Yeah,
said once
well-
you walked out, you couldn't go back in.
Well,
until
she's not going to be
people
painting people as the Punisher or anything, so she's probably pretty good.
walk- Right.
If you guys don't know that joke, then follow along.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, I mean, Agents of Lust, I didn't go to the last year, so I didn't get to see you guys perform, but you
That's
guys...
okay. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, no. Oh, was it that bad?
It wasn't.
Just didn't feel like this year's?
I feel like last year. I mean, it was the first year we performed with them, and I don't know where the disconnect was, but it almost felt like they didn't know what they were booking
Right.
with us, and I mean, it was kind of, you'll get different stories from different sides.
But they took a risk, and they liked it.
They did, but it was like Wednesday 13 was perforing too.
Oh, okay.
Then, and so, but they kind
Oh,
of.
I
Yeah.
remember this. This is where you guys did the fight. Okay, if you guys don't know what this is, okay, do you have what is the website for that, by the way?
Well, we have the agentsoflust.com. And
Okay.
then on Facebook, it's just facebook.com
Agents of
/
Lust.
whatever.
But
the
Agents of Lust will take you there either way. .com.
Yeah.
Agentsoflust.com.
I mean, obviously, more traffic goes to the Facebook page, just like
Sure.
anyone. But yeah, I mean, even if you just Google search the Agents of Lust, like we'll come up.
Okay. So tell them the story about what happened last year at Mad Monster. Because it's
it
kind of
was-
funny, like, what happened. Like, because weren't you inside and it caused, like, a big fuss?
They had us in this, like, room.
And tell them what you do.
So Agents of Lust, like, a biggest part of what we do is we're like kind of like an extreme freak show, sideshow kind of thing. So we have grinder performers, which is like myself, and Rants or Granthrax. We use angle grinders, and we have pieces that we've constructed out of metal, or actually a couple of the pieces that I have were made by Zach.
Right.
Who was one of the originators of
The
Grind
original
Horror.
of Grind Horror, yeah.
Back in the day, and I was lucky enough to be part of Grind Horror towards the end of their reign.
And if you guys don't know what Grind Horror or grinding is, it's basically where they take a...
Angle grinder.
Well, is that what it's called? An ankle grinder?
Angle grinder. Yeah.
Angle
yeah.
grinder, yes. But they push it against metal and it makes sparks fly crazy.
Yep. Big old crazy sparks, little shards of metal, pretty much. that-
Into your face and
little
mouth and
fire.
everything
Yeah.
else.
It's great. It makes a shower real fun. It's like a good exfoliant.
It's like a big sparkler.
Basically. Yeah, it's a good time for everybody.
Yeah.
maybe except us, but we don't mind it. But yeah, it was and then we have a fire performers too. Like Heather,
Right.
and who's kind of been a part of it pretty much from the beginning, and she is amazing. Like I can't even put into words like how incredible this woman is with everything that she does, like all the different performances she does with fire. She does the fire poise, she does the fire fans, she does fire spinning, spitting, blowing, whatever. Like anything fire related, she will do it. And and she almost died over a year ago doing what she loves. And
she's back at it too.
Oh yeah, she came back with a fucking fury. Like, and she's a little bit, and she was always very careful and always very cautious, but she came back like even more careful and more cautious with what she does. And she only trusts certain people, to do makeup for her. She only trusts certain people to fire safety for her. And I understand that. I mean, this girl was in a coma. I mean,
Rightfully
she
so,
almost
yeah.
died.
What
Like,
exactly happened?
She, it was at, I believe it was, I can't remember if it was a junkyard shoot or if it was just, you know, a big group photo shoot or however it was. But, you know, she was blowing fire as part of it. And I think the wind just caught it the wrong way. And she ended up, the fire caught her. And so she ended up, you know, catching on fire.
Oh, shit.
And so her face, and it was mostly like her face and shoulder and throat, and were severely damaged in the fire. And she, you know, they got her to, you know, they called someone and got her to the hospital pretty much immediately, but she was in a coma for a couple of days afterwards. And, you know, we almost lost her, and it was really a really scary experience.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
she is absolutely beautiful and amazing, and she,
Yeah,
like
you
I
would
said,
never be
she
able to tell any kind of
absolutely
damage
not.
whatsoever.
Like she just,
Do you know the degrees of the burns that they were? Or?
I
Third
want
degree,
third.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Third,
She
second.
had third and second, yeah. She had extremely severe,
Especially in the
burns.
throat, probably.
Yeah, and she had to have a couple different
Skin grafts.
skin grafts. There we
Yeah.
go. I'm like escaping the actual medical terminology. I'm in the medical field.
Yeah,
I
what
should
the
know,
fuck,
but you know,
Britney?
you gave me a lot of shitty, weird shots and Jack Daniels. So
You got some titty milk
this
in
is
you.
where
No
we are
biggie,
right now.
no biggie.
Thanks, Titty Milk. I really appreciate it. But she did have like several skin grafts and everything. But she looks so good. Like you wouldn't even be able to tell unless you really, really like.
No, I didn't. I
you
couldn't
can't.
tell at all.
Like
Wow.
you can't.
And she's like
Commend
super
her. That's
cool.
that's
like
Yeah,
amazing.
she's amazing.
That
Like,
is
and she
amazing.
she blows my mind every time, you know. And what she does now, she's like even taken. She was always great at what she did, but now she's like taken her craft to like this higher level.
Right.
It's insane, and
Yeah.
watching her is so cool. Like, and I mean, fuck, we'd be so lost without that girl. Let me tell you. Like, and you know what we do is pretty cool on our own, but we would be so lost without her.
Well, you
She's
guys got
just-
some great photos all together too. Like,
Yeah,
you
like-
guys are always in like the best pictures.
We try. We try. You know,
I'll
and
post
then-
some up on like Horamino and all the other places.
Yeah,
You-
I
by the
gotta
way, do
give-
you belong to that?
I do. I'm on that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why are
The
you
horror,
posting
you
some
know?
of your shit?
I haven't posted on there in a long time.
Dude.
Yeah.
What's your name on there?
I'm pretty sure it's Britni Bloodshed. And you know what? Matt Tom. Shout out, Matt Tom.
Dude, Matt was supposed to,
Love you,
he's supposed to come
motherfucker.
over tonight.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Fucking
I tried to get him on the show tonight.
flip him the fuck off virtually.
He said
right
he was
now,
gonna
that little
fucking
bitch.
text me when he fucking got
You
done.
should call him on the air.
I know, right?
I went away from the
Oh,
mic.
well,
Well, let's
Sorry.
talk about Agents of Lust and
Yeah.
like what you guys are doing.
my
Like,
babies.
like Rance has some of the coolest fucking parties that I've never been to.
What the fuck?
I
is
don't know
wrong with
why.
you?
I don't know why, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. You fucking asshole.
Like I hung out with Rance all the time. We had a good time.
It's kind of funny actually because like I had seen him probably in passing a couple times at clubs or whatever or bars
pro
and,
at that.
and stuff, and I was like, who the fuck is this fucking crazy dude, man? He's
Right.
he's fucking out there. Like he is so interesting, and he's just obviously he's been around the fucking block.
Yeah.
You know, he's seen some shit.
Oh, he's been around
He's
my
done
block.
some shit. Like, and he was always so funny and open and just cool. But it was the guy I was dating at the time. No,
I heard those stories.
Anyway, honestly, became good friends with Rance because of him.
Yeah, no, I remember
So
that.
he got close to Rance, and you know he would DJ Rance's parties and stuff or whatever, and I would go there. And you know he had Grindhor out for one of his like end of the world parties that he did.
I remember that.
And
yeah.
so that was really probably like my first like big introduction to Rance. And you know I was there with Zach and Craig, and anyway, but pretty much the originators of Grindhor. And it was fun. It was different. We set
Zach
up
with an X.
Zach with an X.
Yeah.
We set a kiddie pool on fire and melted it. So that was fun. Like we literally filled like this kiddie pool with gasoline or some type of you know igniting fluid and set it on fire, and then it ended up just melting, and it just like all this like hot liquid fire just like
Just
spewed
pour
out
out.
into the fucking gravel
The
and
house
shit,
caught
and
on
everyone's
fire.
walking around naked. Like it was just a cool party. It was a house party. And it was fun, and that was really like my first exposures to him, and he's always been a really great dude. Like he hands down is one of my favorite people on this planet. Like he's just so genuine, and he's so
Yeah.
kind, and
Well, you know where he's coming from because he is who he is.
he doesn't fake anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I like about like individuals, because like there's anybody can lie.
Right.
And you know that he's like, no matter what crazy shit he may say or do, you know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't put on any type of front. He doesn't fake anything, and he's just, and you know what? He is one of the most generous people I've ever met in my life. He's done a lot.
Very family oriented.
Yeah, and he pretty much is, like the kind of like the dad I never had.
Well, if he hasn't come by
just,
now, I hope he has. But I'm just saying.
I don't know. He's a great dude.
I totally agree, and I'm just being silly. But yeah.
He's cool. he totally like resurrected my ass at my fucking wedding. Let me tell you, like,
really? What
I
do you
was
mean?
so sick.
Wait, you were sick at your wedding?
I was sick.
Dude, I didn't get to make it to your wedding. I always feel bad about that.
It's okay. I mean, you missed out because it was cool, but
no, because I was being a social fucking idiot.
No, it's all right. Like I had a really weird like there was like this really weird like flu going around at that time.
Shit.
And Mouse and Jenny actually were sick previously, like on the way to Vegas, and then the first 2 days we were there, and then the day of the wedding they both woke up fine, and I woke up fucking sick as shit. I had 103-degree fever.
Oh my god.
And I couldn't breathe. I had so much congestion and stuff in my chest, and then like that being like, and then, of course, I'm in a fucking corseted wedding dress, and that's also with a fucking skirt that's heavy as fuck.
Right.
And I was miserable. I will regret this forever because I barely took any pictures, and, like, I didn't get any good pictures with Mouse, like, beforehand or anything. Like, we got some really great shots.
Right.
You can't even tell that I'm sick in them, which is fantastic. Lauren did a really good job with my makeup to make sure that I didn't look like I was fucking dying. But I ended up having 104-degree fever, like, at the wedding. Like, I probably should have went to the hospital.
God
like,
damn,
I was
dude.
so sick, and I could barely even, like, walk with my stupid dress. And it was great because Ed and Denise, which Ed's the main guitarist for Mouse's band Soundman Kills.
Right.
They, all the band was at the wedding, and him and his wife Denise they're amazing fucking people. I love them so much. Like, my band family I love, to the end of this fucking earth. They're fantastic people. I had lost a bunch of weight, like, before we ended up, going for the wedding, and so my dress, we had to completely relace it. And so they relaced the whole dress, which made us, like, super late to get down to have drinks with everybody before we had to walk to where the Evil Dead musical was. So we get down, and everyone could tell I'm kind of miserable because I'm hot. I have like this high fever, and I'm just, like, so tired and exhausted from trying to carry my stupid dress, and I can't breathe in this stupid corset, and I'm all pissed off. And I get down there, and Denise has this, like, shot of Jack Daniels and a Jack and Coke in, like, both hands. And she's just like, here's this shot, here's this drink. Drink it up, we're fine. And I'm like, okay. So I do that, and I'm good. And then, Rance is, like, fucking cheerleading everything the whole time. And after the wedding, it's late, because the show starts. We actually, the actual marriage is, like, in the intermission.
Right, okay. Oh, okay.
So, but in order for us to be officially married on the day that we wanted to be, which was 12, 13, 14.
You had to go beforehand.
We actually got married officially at 11/11 on 12, 13, 14.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But so we had to do that because the show starts at like 11:45 midnight or whatever. So like by the time we do the intermission,
it was just after.
Yeah, after everything's said and done, it's like 3 a.m. Which, I mean, it's Vegas, so everybody goes all fucking night in Vegas.
Right.
The party doesn't start in Vegas until like 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and so afterwards, Rance was the
Like
big
11's
cheerleader
early.
afterwards, and he ended up dragging us to some shitty fucking club and some shitty bar inside Planet Hollywood and got us all in for free. And I mean, my shoes were sticking to the floor. Like, I couldn't even walk through this stupid club. It was just so gross and seedy, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And, he pretty much, like, changed the mood for everybody. And, like, I mean, he saved it. He saved the day.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Rance.
I didn't know about that story. You never told me that.
Yeah, well, I spent our whole pre-party, I guess, I don't know, reception,
Pre-party.
whatever the fuck it's called, the night before. Like, we went to the zombie bar in Vegas called The End, which is really fucking cool, by the way. They were on Bar Rescue.
Oh, okay.
It's actually in, like, Chinatown in Vegas, which most people don't realize that they have one down there, but they do. So it's, it's way off the strip. We went there, and they had some people there that night, but it was kind of dead. And then, of course, we come walking in, and there's, like, 40 of us from Arizona that just, like, mobbed this bar. And they're like, what the fuck is happening?
They're like, I just take their orders.
Yeah, but I hung out for, I don't know, maybe, like, this was, like, when I started feeling sick. was
right at the end of the
that
night. Yeah.
And so I spent most of the night in Jeremy's car, like in his front seat. I didn't want anybody to have a bad time, so I didn't want to like cut into everyone having fun. Everybody was having a
Right.
good time. I'm miserable, dying in the car, but I didn't want anyone to have to stop and worry about me. So I was like, I'm just gonna sleep out here.
Leave everybody to
Right.
their fun.
You guys all
Yeah.
go have fun inside the bar. Like, I'm cool. You know, Mouse was being a little bit more cautious. You know, and I mean, he's like my favorite person drunk.
Right.
Because he's just, I mean, we don't call him Mouse for no reason. You know, he's so quiet, so reserved. But let me tell you, if it's just me and him in a room together, or if he is intoxicated, the
He
motherfucker
unleashes.
talks. And he talks more than me, and I talk a lot. I'm gonna like just, and that's why I secretly record him half the time and put his stupid shit on Facebook, and he gets mad at me for it, but I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, yeah,
so
dude. Like, so Rance came and saved the day.
he always does, that
Yeah.
fucking little superhero.
He has a very distinct voice too. He's like, "Hey,
Oh my God."
man." Yeah, like I don't know how to explain. Like, I don't want to imitate you, Rance, if you're
Oh,
listening.
please do. Please, he will
Hey
not.
guys,
That's
like,
pretty good.
what are you doing? Like, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like Mouse probably does the best imitation.
probably,
of him.
but he's around him a lot more than
It's
I am. so.
real good.
Is it? Like, Patrick's like, who the fuck are we talking about?
I know.
right now?
Sorry,
I got a beer.
but
I'm good.
yeah. Circle back to my career real fast
Whoop, whoop.
before we probably inevitably move on. But like our active members, we've had a lot of members kind of come and go. in
And
the
we'll
past,
post
but-
pictures, by the way, guys, if you want to see some of the pictures of Agents of Lust and some of her makeup stuff. So you have to send me some of your best stuff,
Oh,
like
I
whatever
will.
you want.
I got a lot of best stuff.
And I'll post it on like our things, you know, just to like kind of pump it and show people how awesome Britni
Pump-
Bloodshed.
Pump it up. But yeah, Rance and Bruce actually founded Agents of Lust. You know, Bruce and Rance and Carla pretty much kind of started the whole thing.
Well, and you kind of incorporate a little bit of your stuff with the Agents of Lust, so it's kind of like this one big.
It's a big thing now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this big family, and
It's a big production and a big family.
It's really cool. Like we've kind of come and gone through members over the years, but right now it's like a good core group. You know, Heather, Rance, and myself, and Angie.
Right, Angie, yeah.
Is a big part of it now too.
And what's her
and
band's name?
Slut.
Slut. Yes. How can I forget that?
Right. They're fun.
It's one of those names you don't want to forget,
Yeah.
like, but you don't want to say right away.
They're a lot of fun too. It's a good local band, and
Yeah.
you know they're really cool. And we performed with them a couple times, and they're awesome. And then we have our newest member is Baby J,
Okay.
or J Sinclair. She was at Mad Monster.
Okay,
she
yeah,
performed with
yeah.
us there, and she's just adorable. And you know she does modeling and stuff on her own. Heather they're modeling and stuff on the side. You know they're both insanely gorgeous women, and Jay does burlesque and stuff too. She does like the Hump Day
Okay.
burlesque every other Wednesday, I think is when they perform.
Really?
At Lost Leaf, I believe is where they're at.
Okay.
I
Well, we
think
got a
they're
lot
still
of that
there.
out here. That's
Yeah.
one thing I've realized about Arizona is that we got like a lot of things are very open here.
We are.
Like it's interesting. Like
For a conservative as fuck state.
right, which is so weird.
Very
It's kind of
open.
almost like it's like Rage Against the Machine or like Fighting Against the Wave or.
Right.
But it's so weird to me because I would think that this place wouldn't be conservative because of the people I hang out with.
Exactly.
But you know, like
Yeah.
I guess birds of a feather. You know, like I don't know.
Flock
Fuck together?
Yeah. Whoa.
All of the above.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Ask him. It's all consenting.
I don't like birds, so I don't know.
What do you guys got coming up? Come on now.
We are playing Jonah's birthday party.
Oh yeah, I gotta go to that.
At Joe's. Yeah, you got to go to that.
Dude, I have to because Jonah showed up for my birthday and we played fucking stand-up video games for like
He's fantastic.
an hour, dude. Like we played fucking like I can't even Might and Magic. I don't fucking
Oh,
remember.
jeez.
Like
Okay.
some like bunk ass game,
Yeah.
but we were having the best fucking time, dude. Anyway,
he's cool. His birthday. I'm pretty sure it's his birthday party this year, and I mean,
Jonah?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think so.
Because he always does like an 80s thing, so that's why I'm thrown off this time.
Jonah's 80s, yeah.
Is it not his birthday this year? But I'm pretty sure it's his fucking birthday
I think
party.
it's every year until he's gone.
If
but I
I'm
hope it's not
wrong.
anytime soon.
But I'm pretty sure this is his birthday party. He's not doing an 80s theme this year. If I'm wrong, sorry, Jonah.
Yeah, the day he
Like,
doesn't have one, probably not a good day.
I've known you since I was 14. You can cut me some fucking slack. But anyway,
Which he was in, which is funny because Jonah, if you guys don't know, if you're old listeners of Beyond the Void or Beyond the Veil for that matter, Mike used to be on this show. Mike was in the band Hardwire, and Hardwire has Jonah.
He's still in the band Hardwire.
Well, yeah, they're all in the band together.
Yeah.
But he also does, what is it called? Goth Brooks.
Yeah.
And he also does Iconoclast.
Iconoclast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's got like 3 bands, and I think right now, Goth Brooks is probably like shooting out of the fucking park like nobody ever thought it would. Like,
oh, Jesus, that's a whole different like.
They were on the radio, and they're like kind of like an internet sensation.
Heather's actually in their video.
Oh yeah, okay.
The most recent video.
The country western one. Yeah,
that they shot at Rawhide.
Yeah,
Heather's in that video.
That's fun. Okay.
I think it's the.
I thought
think
I
my
knew
hearse
who
is
that
sexy,
was. Yeah,
right?
my hearse is sexy. Yeah,
hilarious. I fucking love Garth Brooks. So like,
I always thought it was like an
hilarious.
inside joke about Garth Brooks doing like sort of like gothy
well, 'cause
industrial.
he did that. I don't remember the name. Chris. I feel like it was Chris something.
But I can't remember either.
Wasn't it like exclusive to like Walmart releases?
Yeah, Chris
or whatever?
Isaac is like, and I wanna fall in
Yeah,
love.
I love that
that's
song,
not
so don't even hate on Chris
But I'm not
Isaac right
hating
now.
on it. I was just saying that's not the one.
It's glorious.
He's actually coming to our theater pretty soon.
Yeah, I want to see him.
Oh,
so
he's
bad.
well. If you want tickets, let me know.
Fuck yeah.
I could probably hook you up. I'll find out.
Jenny, let's go. Jenny, let's go.
Wait,
we'll
what
hold
the
hands
fuck?
and cry together.
What is happening here?
We're bonding.
It's Chris Isaac. I'm not sure how much horror fans like Chris Isaac, but I
A lot
love
of you
him.
do. Don't even lie about it.
Probably not a lot of horror fans, to be honest.
I think he's
No, I
like a
think they
mix
all
of like
secretly do.
he's like totally a mix of Elvis meets
Fuck yeah.
like fucking what's
He's
his
fantastic.
name?
He kind of meets.
I don't know.
Johnny
reminds me-
Cash. Johnny Cash meets
Yeah.
It reminds
Elvis.
me of like slow, like yacht rock, but like punk
well,
surf
also
rock.
kind
yacht.
of with like a little
Okay.
a little twinge of the saxophone guy from fucking.
Oh God, from fucking. Yeah, I know what you're
You're
talking
gonna kill
about.
me now. I just had it too, and I'm gonna forget it. Lost
Damn
Boys.
it. Lost Boys. Yes.
Which by the way, because he did a fucking performance at Mad Monster like 3 years
did,
ago.
yeah.
That was the sexiest fucking thing I've ever witnessed in my life. Like it was like literally mostly all chicks like in that room. And it was myself and Jenny and Jackie and Ember.
All right.
And so it was us four. And we were performing at Lust that night because Ages of Lust, we do an event a couple times a year called Lust, obviously.
right.
And,
yeah, it's like quarterly, isn't it?
yeah, and our event was that night, but we stuck around to like be able to watch the fucking sexy sax man because I would be damned if I missed that shit.
Dude, that was a meme for a while.
yeah,
like
but
a while.
it was fucking amazing. Like, let me tell you, like he greased the fuck up and everything, and went out there and played the fucking song that he does in the movie, and he like jumped up off the stage, like ran down the aisle, and all the girls like, oh my
Was he
God.
still buff as fuck?
Oh fuck yeah,
Okay,
he's hot.
It wouldn't work otherwise.
He,
right?
Jenny, Jenny and Nick have a picture with
Really?
him. Yeah, and like I didn't want to pay for a picture with him, but they did, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And he's hot. He's still hot. Like he looks good, and I don't care if his hair is fucking fake as shit. I don't give a fuck. He looked good.
Yeah.
And
I'm
which
not
his hair's
only a
probably
member.
real, but I don't know. But
I'm
he was.
a customer.
Yeah, he was, and he was so nice. Like he was so nice. Him and Henry Winkler were like my favorite people that year.
Henry Winkler, really?
Yeah. Did you not go that year?
No. I went to the first
Oh
one.
fuck, he
and
was.
I went to 2017.
Oh, that sucks. I believe 2015 was the year with
Yeah,
the
I
Sexy
totally
Sax
missed
Man
that.
and Henry Winkler, and Henry Winkler was fucking great. Like, he's adorable. He's a doll. I love it. Like we were talking to the Sexy Sax Man, and I kept looking over my shoulder, and there's Henry Winkler just like staring at me, like making like deep eye contact. And then I'm such a fucking dork. Like I just look at him all, "Ay," like I do the whole finger point, and I'm like,
Oh.
"Ay," and I was like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
Hey, he's probably
But
like,
he
yeah,
laughed.
you remember that, right?
No, he laughed and he thought it was funny, and it was cool. And then we went up and talked to him for a little while, and he was just chill. He's a cool dude.
Right.
He was
That's
really
funny as shit,
But I was
dude.
just like such a fucking dork, man. Like I have so many bad stories about like when I met people I like. Like
Oh, I have too, man. Like,
freeze.
why did I say that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, you're just like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Because you're like so concerned, like, should I say something cool or not?
Or
and
not,
then,
yeah.
Yeah, and then you like
they
go,
gonna be receptive?
fart.
Yeah, like it's just so stupid.
It's like
Yeah.
everyday life for me.
I've had so many stupid moments where I just like clam up like an asshole.
And just something I found out recently that I haven't shared with you because I was like, save it for the podcast. Andrew Brynjarski, who did the remake of 2003, which I didn't mention in this last episode that we did. of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. He was the Leatherface in it, and I guess when they were doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D movie,
Ugh.
it was pretty bad. I'm not agreeing that it's good or anything. Gunnar Hansen had some pretty strong words to say about it, and Andrew took it really poorly, the guy who played Leatherface. So when Gunnar Hansen passed away, apparently Andrew Banyarski was like, boo-hoo. He just posted boo-hoo on his page, and it pissed
Yeah.
a lot of people
You know
off.
what? And that goes to show how much I give a fuck about that guy, because I had no
Right.
idea that it happened. So he can go fuck himself, pretty much is all I have to say right now.
Well, and even some guy wrote him and was like, are you serious? Like, you're really going to just do that towards like, someone that was like an icon? He's
Absolutely.
like, someone was like, you're a sellout. And he was like, well, why don't you just fucking suck his dead nuts? And I
Are
was
you
like,
fucking
oh,
serious?
shit. Like, damn, dude.
Wow,
Dude.
that's a lot of shit to be talking
I'm
about.
not trying to be an exploitative podcast here, but I mean, I'm just reporting the news.
No, and you
Like, that's
know
what I read, and I was like, this can't be him. And I did
Yeah.
some seriously major searching on it, and it is him.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, damn, dude. Like, that's fucked up, man. Like,
You just don't speak ill of the dead. You know what I mean? It's just,
he admitted, he came out and he said, you know, like, we had some bad blood towards the end there. He put down my movie that I was in, and I just thought that was
'Cause it
really
was a piece of
distasteful.
shit.
And I'm like, yeah, but dying is a little different than fucking putting down your movie.
and if
Exactly.
anybody can have any criticism towards that, it's Gunnar
It's
fucking
Gunnar
Hansen.
fucking Hansen.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. He is Leatherface. Like,
Right.
he is the fucking franchise. Like,
He made what the character was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everybody mimicked him.
Absolutely. And you
Yeah.
know what? And that's what pisses me off the most about it, is that if it wasn't for Gunnar, that motherfucker wouldn't have had shit.
Right.
Right.
He had that position to be a part of a fucking shitty fucking remake for that movie because of Gunnar and because of that franchise and how it started and what it was. And to come at him like that, like, I don't give a
It's
fuck.
a little-
Even if Gunnar like went after and talked some shit, whatever, like, okay, but still, why would you come after him? The man's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just a really poor taste.
None
to
of
come
the,
to
yeah,
someone who
like
can't
none of that
defend
shit
himself.
matters anymore.
Absolutely
like-
classless. dude.
Absolutely. It's just, it's
Yeah.
wrong, and it's not
I
cool.
felt like it was too, and I just when I first heard about it, I was like, "Are you sure you're not talking about Tom Savini?"
Nah.
And then he was like, "No, but that's fucked up. I just found out about that myself." I was like, "So I guess we're sharing information here."
Right, and that's the same guy who plays him into the 2003 remake.
Yes,
right?
that's the one.
What a fucking jerk, dude.
I mean, it's pretty petty to be fucking mad about something.
and now
like
I kind of
that.
feel bad that I kind of liked his performance in the movie, because I'm like, it's. I
It
almost wanted to just
tarnishes
jump on
it.
it.
Yeah,
it just tarnishes
like that's
it a
why
lot.
that's why even if you hate the man, even if you hated Gunnar Hansen for whatever reason it was, you don't shit on the fans.
No.
Right.
You don't shit on the fans, dude.
don't.
Like, you go, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
Yep.
And then you
Right.
just shut your fucking mouth. Like, no offense, like, I don't have anything against him personally, but that's what I would think if I was in that position. And I
Absolutely.
didn't like somebody for how they treated me. Like,
Right.
even somebody that I don't like as my friend and, like, has done me wrong in the past, I would never say anything like that ill.
Right.
That's just ego talking.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel like with what Tom had said.
Right.
What Tom Savini had said after Gunnar passed away. I feel like that was more of him trying to explain, like, how he would personally feel about
Right.
fans and stuff, expressing, like, their grief over him dying.
Well, and that's what he was taking. He was throwing
But
shade on Gunnar Hansen.
How he went about the whole conversation and the post was just in really poor taste and, like, reflected badly towards Gunnar and
Right.
reflected badly towards the whole Texas Chainsaw
Well,
franchise.
and what he said essentially was that he was like, if I die, guys, don't give a fuck.
pretty much.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm dead. I don't care.
It was
Nobody
essentially
cares.
like, I don't give a fuck about your fucking shitty memories with me of meeting me at a fucking
Right.
convention or whatever. You're not my fucking direct family. I don't
Yeah,
care.
if unless I've
what
actually
you have to
contacted
say.
you or spoken or shared a time.
Absolutely. Like, we don't actually
What was
fucking
that?
know each other. The ghost. There's a fucking ghost. We're all gonna die.
Dude, that freaked
That's
me
the
out.
ghost of Gunner
I thought
right
that
now.
was my eyes.
Gunner's with us. That's what I'm saying. It's the ghost of Gunner right
the
now.
ghost of
He's with us.
Savini.
He's not dead yet.
Well, it's the future ghost of
No, it's the ghost.
that we don't give a fuck about.
It was the ghost of Gunner in support of this conversation.
Dude,
that's
what
all
the
I gotta
fuck?
say.
That freaked me the fuck out. I don't know if you guys heard that shit, but it
Oh,
happened.
no, I know. Yeah, I feel you. I was totally on the same page.
Hold on. So we had to pause it for a second because we wanted to make sure we didn't lose all that we were recording. And just in that amount of time, the lights went out and Patrick's dead. Just kidding.
Oh no,
Patrick's dead. Oh, wait, no, he's not. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm breathing,
Alive.
guys.
we brought him back.
Yeah, we brought him back.
I've seen the other side.
Dick
Seeing
succotation.
the other side.
Yeah, what's on the other side,
it was
Flatliner?
terrible.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Hipster.
By the way, did you see that new trailer for the Flatliners? Oh, have you seen the original?
I don't know.
It's
I'm gonna
got
say no.
Kiefer Sutherland,
I love Kiefer
Kevin
Sutherland, so I'm kinda
Bacon,
sad
Daniel
now.
Baldwin.
What?
What's the chick from fucking I'm a Hooker, I Got Married to a Rich Guy?
Oh, yeah. Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman, sorry.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
That's so stereotypical.
I'm
It's such a
hooker, I got married to
stereotypical.
a
Yeah.
rich guy.
As soon as you say hooker and rich guy, you're like,
I
Pretty
know,
Woman.
she is the
I
hook-
love that fucking
the
movie.
hooker with the heart of
That is
gold.
my wife's
Hooker with
favorite
the heart.
fucking movie.
It's a great fucking movie.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
Like,
It's
don't
just-
even mention it around her, though, because she'll start quoting every fucking
That's
line.
perfect.
I just think women are stronger
We would get
than that,
along
so.
excellent. I love that movie. It's so good.
I'm sorry.
Big mistake.
Hooker
Huge.
with the heart. What's her name though?
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Juliet. Julia.
Julia
Yeah.
Roberts.
Julia Gulia.
Julia Oh.
So
Well-
if you guys get married, you'll be Julia Gulia.
Julia Gulia.
So I think Gunnar Hansen was like slapping our podcast on the head and
Giving
letting
us
us
a
know.
little
He's
Giving
like,
us a high five.
he's like, yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man. So I think that's probably a good note to leave it on a little bit. But dude, Brittany, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks,
coming
Brittany.
on, dude. Like,
Thanks.
it's good to just fucking hang out, kick some shit, talk some more. You know what I
fun.
mean? I don't know, man. I'm fucked up right
You
now.
skeevy stoner.
I'm not stoned, but I feel like it a little bit. I'm fucked up.
It was that fucking titty shot.
It was, yeah, that titty milk shot.
Titty milk set
Hey,
the
mother's
tone
milk will fuck
the
you up.
entire evening. It was like a bad fucking choice.
Well, we got to give people like some fucking heads up. You said angeloflust.com.
Angel of Lust agents.
Hey, well, why did I say that?
I don't because you're fucked up.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
agentsoflust.com. And what is your Facebook page?
Facebook.com// whatever, the Agents of Lust.
Shedding.
And then for me, for my personal makeup, special effects stuff, it's I'm kind of stuck with the Facebook thing right now. I did the private, page for website for a while, but I didn't get as much traffic on that versus the stupid Facebook page.
Right.
So, and Instagram. So for Facebook, it's just facebook.com/shedding skin effects.
Shedding skin effects.
Shedding skin, yeah, and don't say shredding because it's not shredding skin, it's shedding.
Like
Like
a snake's.
Yeah, SHEDDING.
DDING.
ING. Skin effects.
I'll put the link down for everybody below.
Yeah, and then Instagram, it's, whatever the Instagram handle shenanigans, it's shedding_skin_effects. That one's a little more difficult.
Boom.
but
Well, no,
there you
I'll
go.
put it on all our info so they can follow you. So you better
On our
follow her.
info.
She's got some cool shit that she posts on there.
Sometimes.
Some makeup, some just some fucking Agents of Lust.
Instagram's more up to date with all that shit, so if you're on the IG, give me a follow.
Yes. She'll probably not follow you back. No, I'm kidding.
Pretty bad about that, actually. But if you
if
post
like-
some cool shit, I will
If someone
follow you back.
interacts with me, I add them back.
Absolutely.
If they interact with me, I'm all about it because it's like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm on here. I want to
Exactly.
interact with people.
Exactly.
So,
If we interact or if you post some really cool stuff, like I will totally give you a follow back.
yeah.
I'm a
there
follow
you go.
back girl.
She's pretty fucking cool too, so you should
Sometimes.
fucking add her or I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Getting
A
so
little dark.
mad.
I want to make fucking Patrick fucking
But-
sign up too, huh,
pers-
motherfucker?
Yeah.
Personal
I'll
Facebook
cut your
page.
face off and wear it like a hat.
I'm pretty sure it's still facebook.com/Britni Bloodshed, but
Oh yeah.
you
You
know,
had to change that shit.
I
huh?
had to change that shit because some fucking asshole reported me and said my name was fake, so I had to do my actual married name.
Why is there always some fucking douchebag?
'Cause there is always a fucking
Dude, I have a
douchebag.
friend
like, and it's a
that's been on
guy or a
there.
girl or
Right.
whatever, but
Yeah. I had
My
some
friend for like 5 years has been going by Carlos Spicy Wiener.
And he still has it?
He still has it.
Jeez.
I'm
I
I
got,
won't
reporting
watch.
him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to
You know-
find him and I'm going to report him.
I had some fucking asshat start some shit with me on Facebook like a couple weeks ago, and he's got some stupid fucking name on Facebook too, and he hasn't been reported. I don't even know how many people that like were in support of me in that situation reported him for his fake ass name, but he still hasn't had to change his.
I'll tell you how
Really?
it starts. It goes this way. What the fuck? How do they have their fucking name? I don't like their shit. Report.
Yep.
And then that person who gets reported is like, why the fuck does he get his name and I got mine fucking
Right.
taken away? Fuck that guy. I'm reporting him. And then it just is this, it just blows out
Yeah,
of this
well-
ripple of hate.
What mine stemmed from was a photo, like balls deep in Fireball. Like we put, which Fireball is a horrible decision, by the way.
Yes.
Every
Oh, the
time,
drink?
Every time it's a
Yeah.
bad choice.
Mike threw up here.
Oh, gee, of course he
That
did.
we're gonna use that as our
Fucking
fucking one of
sucks.
our top things for our
Yeah.
year.
But yeah, it all stemmed from me posting a photo.
A popo.
A photo.
She's drunk.
I'm not actually, but
She's wasted.
I have some water. I'm fine.
Would you like some cocoa
Would you
TD
like
milk?
some no,
Oh.
we're good with that.
All right.
Fuck that shit. But it was a photo. You know, Mouse and Jeremy and Kendra and I used to all fucking get shitty at my Tempe apartment that was
Kendra,
like
dude.
5 minutes away from here, and on fucking Fireball every time.
Ugh.
Oh, bad choice.
Yeah.
But we posted a fucking photo on the Facebook, and it was like of her face in my boobs, but like there's no nipple, nothing like showing. But someone reported it. Some fucking ass clown reported that shit to Facebook like a piece of shit.
Fucking clown
Like
shoes.
it was ridiculous.
Some fucking like low.
and they were like, someone reported you. Like
They're like, how do they get to show their fucking stuff?
pretty much like, and I was fully clothed in this
Yeah.
picture, by the way. And I know bitches that post like fully nude fucking pictures on Facebook, and they skate right by, and I'm like, okay, but so they give me the option of deleting the photo or leaving it up, and I'm like, I'm leaving that shit up. I didn't break any rules. Well, that was a bad decision. I left it up, and they suspended my account for like 15 days.
What?
Yeah, because I left that photo up, and I'm like, I didn't break any rules. I'm not understanding here. And then briefly after that was when someone reported me for my name, and probably because I was recently flagged.
Oh wow.
They messaged me and were like, you need to change your name to something real and send us a picture of your ID or whatever.
Whoa,
or we're gonna
yeah, I'd be like,
delete your
fuck
account.
you.
You.
Yeah, and they're like, or we're gonna delete your account indefinitely. And I'm like, are you kidding
All right, why don't
me?
you show
Like,
me your ID?
I have so many contacts for my company through here.
Right.
Like, that's ridiculous. A big old fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg. Suck my dick. It's probably not even him. It's
I'm gonna
probably just
come
some
in his
asshole.
curly hairs, his curly
his
locks.
short and
He
curly.
seems like a nice man.
Yeah, I'm
but,
sure he is.
Yeah.
With cum in his hair.
But whoever fucking reported me is a piece of shit. And anytime I've actually reported somebody for having a shitty fucking, like, they're actually breaking the rules and stuff at Facebook, I get a response back from Facebook that's like, we can't remove this account because of this and this and this. They're not actually breaking the rules. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This whole post is racist as fuck. Like, why is that? How is it not breaking the rules? They're talking about killing animals. Like, I don't understand. Like, really? It's just.
Oh,
they're
but
all
if I have
fucking
like a
backwards.
half-naked certain thing, oh, God forbid, you know.
Yeah, but if I have a picture of my girlfriend with her fucking face like 5 inches from my boobs, like that's a oh no,
Oh my God, that's not
oh
Christian.
no, the Christians are offended.
That's not godlike.
I don't care. Hail Satan.
What is he?
Fuck off.
Hail Satan,
Hail
he's
Satan.
our Lord. Okay,
All
sorry.
right. Well,
Feel it in my
Satan.
feet. Sorry.
we could keep going for a while here, guys.
All night.
But
long.
all night long.
Oh no.
I think this is like the 8th time I've said that.
All right, all right,
Yes,
all
I
right.
think you're
Let's
correct.
cut it back here, folks.
You're sucking
No, we're
dick.
fucking drunk as shit, guys. If you don't already know.
I'm
but
drinking water. I don't know what you're
but
talking
dude,
about.
thank you, Brittany, for fucking coming on. Patrick,
Oh, yeah.
it's
I
good that we
came
all got to
over
hang
the
out.
place.
This whole room's wet.
This whole room is wet.
Yeah, dude, all my
Soaking
movies are
wet.
ruined.
You're soaking wet.
Sopping.
They're just soaked.
Sopping. It's disgusting.
But guys, if you haven't
Dripping
already,
from the
be sure to
ceiling.
follow all the links to Brittany below, and give her a shout out and say what you thought.
Pretty cool, guys.
in a positive way, of course, or I'll fucking murder
Don't
you.
be dicks, because I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
Come
she'll
after
fucking
you.
she'll fucking call Facebook on you, and then
Mark Zuckerberg.
but
My lynch mob will come after
right.
you.
Curly Cumlocks are going to come after you. Curly Cumlocks, he'll be coming for you soon.
Curly
Oh God.
But guys, if you haven't already, check out longlivethevoid.com and check out all of our shit.
Maybe they'll invite me back sometime.
Yeah, maybe. If
Definitely
if you're a good girl.
I don't want to give away the
Never a good
episode,
girl,
but it's coming.
so
What?
It's coming.
I
Like,
didn't want to give up the
like a-
episode that we're going to do with her coming back.
It's coming like I did all over.
Oh
this
yeah, we
room.
talked about that kind of. Huh?
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. Say goodbye, everyone.
Holla. Stay
Bye,
fucking
guys.
weird, bitches.
See you on Thursday.
Woo-woo!
You have been listening to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. Tune in this Thursday for part 2 of